All right, y'all. What's the deal? It's your boy DJ Don. Welcome to Jungle Juice Sports, man. Your boy Big Lance back there feeling good after his win with his Cowboys. Almost fell out my chair, but welcome back, man. We got CJ in the building, Caleb, and Big Lance in the studio.
Going
Big
on?
Lance, man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, like frosted flakes,
Boy, feeling too
boy.
good. Yeah, you
You
go ahead.
know,
You go ahead. Y'all survived another week, but y'all got the Niners next week, so
yeah, we see what we got in front of us right now.
yeah. We're gonna jump
They
into
play.
that in a minute. We're gonna jump into that in a minute. But
Okay.
tonight's game, man. Do y'all think Cowboys ended Tom Brady's career?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Big Lance, let's go with you.
Yep. It's about time somebody had set that old man down. It's about time. It's on. You gotta let other people shine. For sure. He got other things that he can't worry about. Kids. He probably can't go ahead and do television talking like the other guys that play sports. So I think it's the Cowboys 7 down for sure.
All right, Caleb, what you think?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much. I think it's over for Tom Brady. He had a good season. I mean, he didn't go out a bad way. He still went to the playoffs. Tom Brady still gonna have he's still one of the best quarterbacks ever. So I don't think he's losing anything to end off his career this way. I think it's just time for him to end it off. I think it's time for him to end it off now before it gets any worse.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna ask y'all one more question. Do y'all think? Hold on, let me get it up on the board. 1 second. So, I'm sorry, I didn't finish typing that. We're gonna take that out of the way. So, what do y'all think Tom Brady's next career path is?
I think he gonna go. I think he gonna go into the booth. I think he
Think
gonna
so?
go into the booth and do little, not the play by play announcements, but
Halftime show.
yeah.
Okay, so you think he's gonna be in the studio?
I can see him doing some kind of like Gronk or I forgot the guy that played for the Rams that do Thursday night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not Troy Aikman.
not Troy Aikman. I can't think of his name either. I always think of his name.
Kurt
after the
Kurt
fact.
Kurt something.
No, he used to play for the Rams last year when they went to the Super Bowl. He
Oh,
was there, on the offensive line.
they offensive tackle.
Yeah, the old bald head guy.
Yeah, I know
White
who you're
guy.
talking about.
I can't think of his name either, man. It's gonna come to me after the fact. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to agree with y'all, man. I think Tom Brady's done. I think we just witnessed his last loss, his last playoff appearance, his last everything, man. It may be the end of the GOAT. The GOAT era may be over, bro. And I'm not a Tom Brady's fan. But what he's done in his career, you have to give that man his flowers. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I don't think he should have came back this year. I thought he should have called the quits last year,
yeah.
and should have just kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? On to the next. All right, man. So let's get into this Cowboy game. Y'all see a different team? Let's start with you, Big Lance.
I saw a different team from last week. Yes, for sure. It's some more stuff that they have to work on. That they got to tweak a little bit. Definitely going inside the next game. They got to come in playing 100%. But I did see a big difference from last week to this week for sure.
Okay. All right, Caleb.
I seen a completely different Cowboys team. They had limited turnovers. Defensively, they play a lot better. It was getting a lot more stops defensively, and Dak was playing. He was a lot more freaky with the ball, getting some rushes in, passing it. It was definitely a lot better Cowboys team than what we seen against what we seen in the last two regular season games.
Okay. I'm gonna have to agree with.
a little bit technical. Don, you good? While we waiting on him to come back. What did you like and what did you dislike about this game?
It was a little slow. Well, I don't say it was a little slow, but it was a little. It wasn't like the other games that we've seen this weekend. I feel like this game could have been. Well, nah, I don't think it could have been a Sunday night. I think it was a great Monday night game. I just think it could have been a lot more just. I don't know.
Okay. And I hope the guy that got injured, I hope he's doing well.
He's doing good
as well. Prayers up to him, making sure that he's healthy and everything. Nobody don't want to see a player get injured like that. Because that changed the whole difference of the game for sure. We had a guy that played for Buffalo, had that trauma thing collapse. And that was kind of nervous as well, how I was thinking the same thing about the dude right here. Like, man, I hope everything okay with him as well. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. My computer died on me, man.
Oh,
you went out right in the middle of my conversation. But yeah, I don't even know where I was leaving off at. I had to run around looking for my charger. What was I talking on?
You was basically just saying how different. How did you see a difference between the team from this week and last week?
Yeah, I feel like the Cowboys, like I kind of said in the halftime show, that they trying to put on a show and they trying to change the narrative of what the Cowboys are now. And I heard them say what the head coach did. He printed out baby pictures of the players that were born last time they won playoff. You know what I'm saying?
And that was back in 1992.
Yeah,
on the road.
That was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. None of us was around, so
no,
it's a long time ago. So it's well deserved for the Cowboy fans, even though I don't rock with the Cowboy fans. It is what it is. The boys gonna get knocked out by the 49ers. Anyway. Speaking of the 49ers, man, let's switch over to the 49ers win against the Seattle Seahawks. We all knew this was coming. If you was a Lions fan, you hoped it happened because the Seahawks messed up our playoff chances to get to the playoffs. So I ain't gonna touch on what the Lions could have done because there's nothing they could have done except for win a few more games, and they could have been in that seat. But as far as this game with the 49ers win over Seattle, Caleb, what you think about it? Did you see it?
Nah, I didn't get to see that game, but I mean, I think we all knew what was going into this. The 49ers with their quarterback, they got their third string quarterback out there, so he got something he got to prove going to this playoffs. So I expected them to go in there and win the game.
All right, Caleb. I'm sorry, Lance.
I saw piece by piece. Their offense was definitely looking good. They quarterback, just playing. He knew it looked like he knew what he was doing. Like I always grew up talking about fake it till you make it, and boy, he was faking it. He was, what he was doing. You couldn't tell how you really couldn't tell that he was nervous because it looked like he'd been there before. So
I don't know Brock Purdy? I don't know where he came from. I don't know what school.
Me neither.
So I can't, I don't know what he played for. All I know is he was the last pick in the draft. You know what I'm saying? And to be the last pick in the draft, the way he's playing, he's not playing like he's the last pick in the draft. He's playing like he was the top overall pick. The way that man is playing, that man ain't coming in there big eyes. He coming in there doing what he got to do. And I think he got the confidence on top of his head where he can do what he want to do. He got that in his mind. If
he just needed a shot.
Listen, the Cowboys are going to have an issue with the 49ers. And the quarterback situation with the 49ers, that's not going to be their issue. The quarterback spot is solid with the 49ers. They good. So I don't know what they're going to have to do to get a win. I don't see the Cowboys getting a win against the 49ers.
I'm gonna hold you up. That's gonna be a dog fight. it's definitely going to be a dogfight next Sunday, and I'm all for it. Because this is what it comes down to. Everybody been waiting for this time all year, and it comes down to who the big dog around here, and this will really determine who deserves to go to the Super Bowl.
All right, so I'm gonna touch on we're gonna come back to that game actually before we wrap up for the night. Let's jump into the next game. Jacksonville Jaguars, the new comeback cats. Them boys came back and beat the Chargers. Because I counted I picked the Jaguars originally. If y'all remember from the last show, I picked Jacksonville to actually win that game. Because I like Jacksonville, I like their QB. They're the AFC version of the Lions, so I was with them all the way. You know what I'm saying? And for them to come back like that in the playoffs to win at the crib, they did their thing. I got to give Jacksonville their credit for that one. Caleb, you want to deal with this?
I had picked the Chargers on that one. That really shocked me. I guess it's true what they say. Trevor Lawrence doesn't lose on Saturdays, and he hasn't lost. Yeah, that was a crazy comeback.
All right, Big Lance.
Yeah, Lawrence, he definitely shocked me. When he threw that third pick, I was like, this game is over with. Then looking throughout the game, definitely that second half, he came out with a clear mindset, ready to ball, and brought his team back for the victory. Then the kicker came back, and I think it was a 45-yard field goal, made it down the middle, won the game. So the Jacksonville Jaguars did earn my respect, definitely after that game, for sure.
For sure. And just to touch on, I want to go back to this Cowboy game a little bit with their kicker, man. Y'all think he done?
I think he's done. Because ain't no way you should be missing 4 field goals in a row.
Especially in the playoffs.
Definitely in the playoffs. It's unacceptable. If that was me, I would have pulled his ass out a long time ago.
Yeah, I was talking to my fiance, and I'm just telling her, I'm like, yeah, they probably ain't gonna put him on the plane back home. He done. Kickers. That's one position, one job. You got one job, and if you can't do that one job right, you out of here.
Emmitt Smith said the same thing. I was looking through Instagram, and he said the exact same thing that what you just got finished saying. You have one job. You don't have 2. You don't have 3. You have one job. You on the sideline all game, basically. You just have to make field goals. That's all you have to do.
All you got to do.
And it's not like arena football. How the field goals is like this. You have a wide opening to kick it in the middle. So it's unacceptable how he missed 4 field goals in a row. That was very unacceptable.
That's crazy. Now I was thinking, I'm like, well, maybe it's the wind blowing or what? Because the kicker for the Tampa Bay, he really didn't get the opportunity to come out there and kick for sure. So we don't know how the weather conditions was down there. But at least I didn't hear the announcer say it was, wind or something going on down there. We don't know.
He just said that was cold.
That man is going to be working at Foot Locker this summer. He ain't about to, what I'm saying? He's done. He's definitely not going to the 49ers. He's not making that West Coast trip. He make the West Coast trip, he going Midwest, not Midwest. He heading back to Texas to pack his stuff and go back to wherever he lives. Because
I would be surprised if he at the next game.
Yeah,
I would be too. I don't think they're going to allow it though. We'll probably hear something in the morning that he's been released. But let's get into the next game, man. The Buffalo Bills, they did go ahead and take care of business with the Miami Dolphins. I picked Buffalo to win that game. So far, so good. I'm 2-0 right now in the playoffs. We're going to keep going down the stretch. Who you pick, Caleb?
I got Buffalo going down. I have Buffalo going down playing the Dolphins. They got a lot that they playing for right now. So, I know they want to get in that Super Bowl. And then with them having DeMar going down, that just put another reason why they got to get there.
All right, Big Lance, what you think about it? Who you had to win?
I had Buffalo as well,
Okay.
only because of the DB that went down. They had something to play for, and dealing with last year, how everything played out for them last year, they want to fight for something more. And they trying to get to that Super Bowl.
They are trying to get there. I got them down to go. Hopefully they'll go ahead and make it there. But I do have them going to the bowl. I actually have them winning everything. So mark my words. I feel like Buffalo. I feel like it may be Buffalo and the 49ers. I could see the Buffalo and 49ers. So let's keep going down the stretch. The Giants, are they for real or are the Vikings frauds? For me, I'm going to go ahead and start this one off. I've been saying this all year long. The Vikings were frauds. When we played them and the referees bailed them out, when the Lions played them and the referees bailed them out, I just saw, all right, if the Lions, at the time I didn't think the Lions were that good, but if the Lions can beat y'all going to win these close games. Every game y'all win is determined by the last 2-3 minutes of the game. Y'all winning by luck. They were winning by luck to me. They're not a good team. I mean, they're not a bad team, but they're not as good as their record. I'm gonna put it like that. They were definitely overrated this year, and I'm happy that they're already going to the playoffs because we need the real teams in the playoffs. We don't need nobody like the frauds like it. All right, Caleb, you want to pick this up?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings are frauds.
Okay, who did you have to win? I had the Giants to win that game.
I had the Vikings to win.
I think I might have picked the Vikings. I can't remember. I had to go back.
Yeah, I definitely have the Vikings to win that game.
All right. Big Lance, who you have?
I had the Vikings.
Okay.
Only because just looking at how New York was, I didn't think that they were going to win against the Vikings.
Yeah.
So that's why I had picked the Vikings.
Now let me ask you a question. Did you feel that way just because of the Lions played them and the Lions beat them?
Yeah.
I figured that's probably why. You just don't get the Lions they respect. So I figured that's
I
what
mean,
it was.
I told you at the last game how the Lions was. They was a good team, but it was just that's why I picked the Vikings.
I figured that's probably why. All right, let's move on to our next topic. The Bengals take out the Ravens. I think you, Big Lance, you had the Ravens.
Yep.
I know I had the Bengals. Who did you have?
Yeah, I had the
You had the
Bengals.
Bengals. All right, Big Lance, go ahead and start this one off.
I had the Ravens for sure. Only because I knew Lamar Jackson was coming back, and I knew he wanted to get a little groovy out there. But
He didn't play.
He
didn't play.
Yeah, he didn't play.
He didn't, because they looking through Instagram and stuff. They said that he was coming back.
I remember you saying that, but then I just was like, no, bro, I think they playing with the
No,
third
the
string
other quarterback played because he fumbled the football at the 1 yard line.
Yeah,
And that was
yeah,
That really was a touchdown.
that
For
was
sure.
crazy. I didn't even watch that game. I just saw the highlights, but that was crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy fourth quarter for sure.
Yeah, because the Ravens would have won if they had got that touchdown. But Joe Burrow, like I said, he's another guy that's been to the Super Bowl and he lost to Tom Brady. So he's fighting, just like
Stafford.
He lost
Matthew Stafford. He lost to Matthew Stafford, but he's fighting to, just like Josh Allen. He's fighting for something. But hey, every dog take an L, and the Ravens took an L.
I honestly wish that the Bengals and the Bills were not in the same division.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I kind of would love to see them in the Super Bowl. Man, that would be lovely. But they're in the same division, so that wouldn't happen. Now it could come down to the
I think they
divisional
playing each
game.
other next.
I don't think so.
The Bengals played the Chiefs.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. No, the Bengals play the Bills at the Bills.
Oh yeah, they do play the Bills.
Because Jacksonville playing Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump into the playoff games and make our picks before we get out of here too. So we talked about that. All right, let's just jump right into our picks then. So our first game for the playoffs will be the Jaguars at the Chiefs. So I believe that game is Saturday at 4:00. Let me confirm that at 4:30. So that game is Saturday at 4:30 on NBC. Who y'all got? Caleb, let's start with you.
I'm gonna have to go with the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence hasn't lost on a Saturday yet, so I'm gonna have to go with the underdogs. I'm gonna have to go with the Jaguars.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Only because Mahomes, he been there, that team been there, so they know how to get there and make it to the next step, make it to the next dance. Lawrence, he can make it, but I don't think he's prepared to make it to the next step.
Okay. All right, so me, I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with the Jags as well. I think I'm gonna stick with Caleb for this one and go with the Jags. Stick with my bet. I want the Jags to win. A piece of me is just kind of telling me to go with the Chiefs, but I'm gonna stick with the Jags and say the Jags are gonna go ahead and knock off the Chiefs in an upset. We might have to stick with the underdog on that one. I don't know if Jacksonville gonna make it to the Super Bowl, but I feel like they may be able to take the Chiefs out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to our next big game. Well, this is not really a big game. I'll start this one off. This is Giants at the Eagles. This is another Saturday game. This is Saturday night game at 8:15 over there on Fox. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Eagles on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Eagles.
Big Lance.
I'm about to see them birds fly.
Yeah. I would kind of rather see the Eagles than the Giants anyway. So I'm going to definitely go with the Eagles on this one. They had the bye week. The QB got a time to rest. I don't think he's going to be, as mobile as he was over the season, but he's definitely going to show out.
I might see a little freakiness up out of him. He might try to do a couple things, but he ain't about to take it overboard.
Yeah. All right, next game we got the Bengals and the Bills. I'm really excited to see this one. This one is Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. over on CBS.
And this is a rematch. This is a rematch.
This is the rematch, but it's at the Bills, so that's a plus. I think I'm gonna stick with the Bills on this one, just because the Bills are at home and playing at Bills Mafia. I feel like that's gonna help them once they get the momentum going. Now, if they can't get that momentum going, then the Bengals may end up taking it out. But I feel like the Bills will get that momentum going, and their home crowd is gonna help them out. Okay, who you got?
I'm gonna stick with the Bengals. I'm gonna stick with the Bengals. I want to see Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase get their ring.
Okay. Big Lance?
This is a tough one right here. I'm going with Buffalo. Just back to what I'm saying, they playing for their brother, and they wanna bring that Super Bowl back home to him and give him a ring. So I'm going with Buffalo Bills on Sunday.
Okay. All right, so our last game, Sunday Night Football, 8:15 over on NBC. We got the Cowboys and the 49ers. So y'all already know who I'm going with. I'm going with the 49ers. The 49ers are about to put a beating to these Cowboys, and they need it. Because now their momentum is about to be high going into that game, thinking that they going to the bowl. Because their fan base is about to hype them up, thinking they're going to the bowl, but they're not going to the bowl. Because even if they do knock off the 49ers, the Eagles are probably going to win that game. And they beat the Eagles once, I believe, but I don't think they're going to beat the Eagles again to go to the Super Bowl. I don't think so. So I think their role ends next week against the 49ers. The 49ers are going to beat the brakes off of them. I'm shooting for a blowout. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the 49ers too.
Okay.
Y'all already know where I'm coming. I'm staying with my boys. I'm staying with those Cowboys. And we about to shock some people next week. I know it's going to be a dogfight, but my boys coming out to play this week for sure. If they had another game like they did today, they definitely going to shock the world for sure.
All right, so let's get into this, man. Do y'all think the Cowboys will survive against the 49ers? Did we talk about this already? I don't think we did we? I don't think we did. Did we?
No.
Yeah,
I think they will.
All right, why do you think so?
Because just going off what I'm seeing today, it's a whole nother team that I saw over. They're not the same team that they were throughout the season. Let me
stop you right there. That's the problem with the Cowboys. They're not consistent. So you don't know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? Like, they've been playing good up to that last week game when they got blown out, whatever. You know, that was like, come on now. You got to be consistent with your play. They're not consistent. So it's almost like a 1 week on, 1 week off. So we got their week on. Their week off was last week. Their week on was this week. Their week off is going to be next week. Mark my words, the Cowboys are going to get smacked by the 49ers.
I don't think so.
Go ahead, continue.
I don't think they're going to get smacked by the 49ers. I think they going to smack the 49ers. And y'all going to see the same team that y'all saw today next week. And y'all going to be shocked. Mark my word.
Now, if they do win, I don't think it's going to be a blowout like tonight was.
No, it's not going to be a blowout for sure. Like I said, it's going to be a dogfight for sure. It's not going to be a blowout, but they are going to take the victory next week.
Okay. Caleb, what you think?
I don't think the Cowboys are going to survive against the 49ers.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think their road is going to end in San Fran. But only time will tell. Y'all got some final thoughts before we get up out of here?
I'm good.
Everybody good?
Just how about them boys?
So I don't think we're gonna come back on Saturday because that was kind of a lot trying to jump back from Saturday and trying to jump into today. We was kind of late today, so we just come back to y'all Sunday night. On Sunday night we'll just pick back up with the
just
Cowboys,
do the same thing.
I'm just tired of covering these Cowboy games. I wish we could have had another game to cover. Wish they put the Cowboys on at a different time. You know what I mean? I would honestly rather see the Bengals and the Bills at that time. I feel like they deserve that spot more than the Cowboys and the 49ers do. I feel like that game needs a daytime spot because 49ers are going to slap them anyway. So it's going to be another game like it was today. This game shouldn't even have been at this time. I think the better game for this time probably would have been
the Ravens.
Yeah, because that one, yeah, either that one. Because the Jags game, that one came down to the wire, but that was a night game as well. So I'm gonna have to say, yeah, they should swap those. So that's all we got for tonight, man. We will catch y'all next week. We'll be back for Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys are going to lose against the 49ers. We'll be here for all your coverage. Big Lance will be there with his not so happy face on, and hopefully we'll have Willie G back on here. And other than that, that's it. Y'all got anything to add before we go?
I'm good.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all for listening. I'm your boy DJ Don. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at _A_Don_ on Twitter. Caleb, what's your Twitter?
Just Caleb_Joseph.
All right, Big Lance, what's your Twitter?
I'm still learning Twitter. I feel old, but my Twitter name is BigLance61.
All right, you follow all of us on there?
I think so. Yeah.
All right,
I'm still learning.
I didn't see nothing. I was looking for you.
Yeah, I'll go through there and add you if I don't already add you.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next week, man. We out.